Now we got Lonnie Bee in the building, present and accounted for. Thank you for pulling up. I really
No
appreciate
problem, Lonnie motherfucking B. I'm happy to be here on Prime Quality TV.
it. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
No problem, bro.
Just to like get into it and get started, you from DC, born and raised. Talk about what it was like growing up in DC for you.
Scary as shit. It's like, nah. Growing up in DC was lit. Like the time that I was growing up, like late 80s, early 90s and stuff like that, like being outside, the things that used to go on, the block parties, the Unifest, Georgia Avenue Day, the Battle of the Bands, Stadium Armory, that shit was lit. It was real culture. Like today, I don't know what the fuck is going on. But back then it was such an inspiration. Like we wanted to do stuff. We wanted to get on stage, be in the talent shows, go to the functions. It was a city full of great activities that cater to the culture.
What was it like? What was queer culture like growing up?
Queer culture, it was a peekaboo session. Bitches was playing hide and go seek. It wasn't like what you see now. Everybody on TV kissing, the preacher fucking the deacon. Like they ain't do all that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? People was doing what they was doing, but it was in the alley behind the garbage cans and stuff like that. It wasn't as exposed that it is now. But it didn't bother me none because at the end of the day, I was always who I am. And people love me because of my personality and how respectful I was, because I didn't project who I was on other people. So people was cool. It was given, you keep that gay shit over there, and I'm gonna keep this straight shit over here, and I'm gonna be a junkie over here. Everybody knew their lanes, and everybody just did their own thing. So nobody intersected with each other, so we was all given nothing but respect towards each other.
Did you feel support, growing up?
Hell yeah. The funny nigga always supported. That was my weapon. Like, I was protecting the bullies, because the bullies can't read.
Right.
They can't read, they don't know how to talk, you know what I'm saying? So when people pick on them, they ain't really know how to bounce back. So I would jump in for them, and in a favor, they would have to protect me. So the streets had me covered, because I was the funny nigga.
So a lot of people, know about the group called the Check It. For people who don't know, or maybe from a younger generation, what do you remember about that group when they came onto the scene?
Dangerous men with lipstick on. It's like, no. The Checker is lit. First of all, shout out to the Checker. Those my friends, my secret security. Those my friends. Like, they're really, really good. What I known about the Checker is they were a group of people that they just wanted to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? And when people feel like that they can play with people from the gay community, the Checker was one that you couldn't play with. So they like to go out where the straight people go out at, and they wasn't gonna be rejected. So if you try to reject them, bitch, they was gonna check you. So that's what they was about. It wasn't really them being bullies. They was on the defense of protecting who they was, and they wasn't hiding who they was. You know what I'm saying? They wore the colors, they wore the heels, they wore the lipstick, they wore the wigs, and you wasn't about to make them feel like that they wasn't accepted while them still being going out, going to the go-go's, having fun. They was a part of the community, and you wasn't about to play with them, so they was gonna check you.
You talked about, how they was your security. Like, did you know any members personally?
Fuck yeah, I know them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say who I know because I don't want them to know who I know. You know what I'm saying? I want them to think it's sweet, so bitch, you can get a cavity. But no, at the end of the day, yeah, I know them personally. Like, we talk all the time. And I support them in their real life and what it is that they got going on now.
Did you ever face like any backlash or like threats for like, just being yourself growing up?
No, I ain't never do that. I got jumped before, but it was because I was from Southeast and them niggas was from Northeast. And they got dealt with, but we're gonna leave that alone because that case still open. But it's like, nah. But at the end of the day, I ain't never get picked on or bullied or molested or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
What about as far as like inspirational figures? Like who kind of inspired you growing up, especially, to live your life and not worry about what other people think?
Well, my inspiration comes more so from my household. Like my Uncle Charles. Man, I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. Like my Uncle Charles was my inspiration, my grandfather, my grandmother, my mother, my aunts, Aunt Blanc, Aunt Pam. Like those was my inspiration, you know what I'm saying? Because they showed me how important it was to be family.
So kind of like, moving to like your career and everything, you known as every girl's best friend and every homeboy's counselor. Mm-hmm. Where do you feel like that charisma and ability to connect with people comes from?
Being outside back in the day, being on the corner, like joning on everybody, joning, cracking jokes, you know what I'm saying? Being the life of the party, being a people's person, all that came from that. You know, just being active in the streets. Like the streets taught me more than school. You know what I'm saying? Like it embraced me more than the church. So I got everything of who I am from the streets.
Do you feel like the streets get people like don't understand? Like, you know, you just said, you know, you got everything from the streets. Do you think there's a misconception that goes into like, you know, street life and what it can do for people?
No, I don't think it's a miss. I don't think people miss that. I think what the thing is that it's not no more real street niggas out there. That's what I think. All the real ones who abide by the rules of the streets, like we not gonna shoot on the block when a woman outside, or we not gonna shoot on the block when kids outside. Like all of that respect is gone because the real street niggas who value that stuff, they're no longer here. They either dead or they either locked up or they even got a big house out up in Marlboro with a grill and shit, and they not coming back to the fucking city because they just don't want to come back to the city because it's no laws that's, you know what I'm saying, that abide by the streets in the city no more. So that's what I honestly think it is. Like, but if you was one who really know what street life is about, then you would know how to move on the streets. You know what I'm saying? And you'll have the integrity of a real street nigga because even real street niggas have integrity. Like, you know what I'm saying? They know how to move. They know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, you don't really know who's who because everybody's everywhere. So.
How do you feel about the DMV in particular, like the DMV community? Like, what do you feel like, you know, with all the talent that exists here, do you feel like it can become like a hub, like, you know, in Atlanta or LA or New York or places like that?
Now, let me honest with you, Zach. When you say DMV, bitch, I think Department of Motor Vehicles. Like, I'm a DC nigga. Like, I don't know shit about no DMV. I hate going down there because they, next! Like, nah, that's what I think about. That. But when you say, okay, so we were talking about DC, Maryland, Virginia.
Yeah, but we could say DC if you want to, you know, put it to that.
All right, so ask me again about DC.
Okay, so do you feel like DC could be like a major hub like a Atlanta?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. First of all, you have to identify with the talent, and then also you gotta eliminate the hating ass niggas. And what I mean by identifying with the talent is you gotta see who really has the talent. Right. These niggas don't be really having no talent. Can I talk my shit?
Go ahead.
Like these niggas don't be having no talent. It's just a trend. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't be seeing these niggas in the rooms I be in. Like, you know what I'm saying? These niggas ain't working hard enough. They looking for somebody to give them a, you know what I'm saying, a free pass. And then the reason why I say them hating, because they hated to get in the room. They're haters because they don't want to get in the room with a nigga that's doing better than them. Right. They're afraid to say, bruh, I need a little help. Because their ego be in the way. Yeah. Not knowing, bitch, that's what's going to elevate us when we come together. Everybody else outside of the city is working together. You know what I'm saying? And people that's in the city that's really moving, they're working together. You know what I'm saying? These niggas feel like they too grand. They don't even got to audition. Right. They think I look like auditioning, bitch. A bitch that want the job. You know what I'm saying? That's what you look like, auditioning. See, when they get out of that mentality, then they start to win. Till then, they're going to remain over there as a big-ass loser.
Do you feel like a lot of the, you know, people that you're referring to are just people who may be trying to just, like, do something to get clout and famous real quick and not willing to put in the actual work it takes to get to that level?
Hell yeah. Niggas are living in the right now. They're not thinking about the future. Right. They want to be popular. They don't want to be successful. Yeah. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there be niggas in the cities that saying they the goats and shit. Well, that the goat sound? I don't know what the fuck. But at the end of the day, they keep saying they the goat, but they ain't doing no goat moves. Right. You know what I'm saying? They not really doing that. Everybody want to be labeled as something, but they don't have the footwork behind what they want to be called. Right. So how can you respect people like that, bro? You know?
You said a lot of them want to be popular versus successful. Mm-hmm. Did you always have that mentality of want to be successful rather than popular?
Hell yeah. Because I think about me working for me. I don't want to work for nobody's act. Right. Like, I want to get up in the morning and make my own shots. And being popular or the nigga around the way that everybody know, that ain't going to get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like to get up in the morning in my own shit where I pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? Right. Go in that refrigerator and get the food that I bought. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get in the car that I paid off. Like, that's how I want to live. Like, you know, and I just want to, you know what I'm saying, make sure that I'm secure. And just by everybody knowing me don't mean I'm secure. You know what I'm saying? I want to be stable financially, mentally, and physically.
where do you feel like that mindset and the values you have, where do you think that comes from?
The OGs back in the day, the real street niggas that was spitting the game. See, the most important thing from back in the day was we listened. These niggas don't listen. When them street niggas was on that motherfucking corner talking that shit, I'm from Robinson Place. I'm from Robinson Place, and I'm not naming nobody. I'm not naming nobody. I'm from Robinson Place, and I'm from 17th and Compton. Okay? Back in the day, 17th and Compton. You know what I'm saying? I still love them. Shout out to all the new people. I don't know y'all, but shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day, Compton, and it was a different era back then. Like, the niggas, they tell you, bitch, okay, when something about to happen, y'all get off this corner. Cause something about to happen. We just went up the black hole. We just got into it with these niggas, and they might slide through, and we don't want y'all right here. Like, it was just a different type of respect, and we learned from them. You know what I'm saying? They taught us how to make $1 out of 15 cents. You know, they taught us shit like that. They wasn't trying to backdoor us. They wasn't trying to set us up. You know what I'm saying? When niggas came around there that wasn't from around there, y'all got to get off this block. You know what I'm saying? Like 15 Place stayed on 15 Place, Robinson Place stayed on Robinson Place. They didn't cross that field around Johnson because that's y'all turf, this our turf. You know what I'm saying? It was just respect and values and laws. And you know, and we learned that from the OG, and that is structure. See, I have structure. You know, I put things in perspective, and that's what they did, and that's what I learned from them.
When do you feel like all of that got lost?
When niggas started dying and going to jail. And then the niggas who was hating on the niggas, the big niggas that went to jail, they showed their true colors by just trying to take over or throw dirt on their name or, you know what I'm saying, not look out for them, not send them shit. You know what I'm saying? This was their opportunity to like sabotage their legacy and build up a fraudulent ass legacy. Damn, we in this motherfucker speaking real shit. Like we that. You ain't never had a guest like this. These niggas be wildin' zacks like These niggas be wildin' zacks like
As far as like you and your personality, you very, you know, unfiltered and outspoken, you know. Do you feel like that, or has that ever gotten you like in a like hot water with different people?
Well, let me say this, and I'm gonna be completely honest and transparent. I am filtered, but I still have boundaries. Like, I'm not that type of disrespectful ass nigga that think I know everything. Cause I like to learn. And whenever I'm in a room from a nigga that know more than me, I'm listening. I ain't talking. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever I'm in an area where I can gain more and actually apply it to who I am and elevate, I'm paying attention. So I'm not always the nigga that come in the room that's the loudest. You know what I'm saying? I'm observing and see what I can apply to myself. You know what I'm saying? That can elevate me. That's why I don't go everywhere. Because everywhere you go, you don't get nothing from going to motherfucking places. You know, and I have been to everybody comedy show. The comedy shows in DC, I've been to the comedy shows. I've been to the plays. Them niggas ain't been to my shit. And I go in there, and I sit, and I learn. Because I ain't intimidated. You know what I'm saying? Because I know who the fuck I am. I'm going to go in that joint, and I'm going to sit, and I'm going to look. And if it's funny, I'm laughing. But if it ain't, I'm going to clap. Because you tried. You know what I'm saying? You tried. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be in there observing. I'm a student at this shit. I'm not the GOAT. I'm still a student.
How do you deal with negativity or any type of like, you know, negative responses you may get from, you know, people online or just, you know, people who may hate on you and what you do?
Man, Zach, that's broke nigga behavior. You know what I'm saying? That's broke nigga behavior. They crying and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time to lose focus of what it is that I'm doing because somebody over here judging something that they don't understand or can't connect with. You know what I'm saying? Or can't even get up to. I'm not about to just, you know, look down at you while I'm all the way the fuck up here. You tripping. Yeah. I'm not doing that. So I don't pay it no mind. I don't entertain it. Say what the fuck you want to say. You know, I don't see y'all niggas where I'm at. Yeah. I'm at the grocery store. Y'all niggas ain't at the grocery store. I don't see y'all niggas at the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? So nah, I don't be tripping off that shit. I don't get into that stuff. I'm not getting online. I'm not arguing with nobody. That's too much energy. I could be writing a script for my next movie or my next play. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to do that. Because at the end of the day, it knocks you off your focus. And that's the enemy's trick, to knock you off their focus because they're not focused.
So kind of like going in a little bit more into your career. Let's go back to 2011.
Come on, Zach. What the fuck happened?
Proud Gay Boy drop.
Oh, Zach! You good, motherfucker. You good. Fuck Vlad. We got Zach. Fuck Vlad. We got Zach.
I appreciate it. So what was your mindset behind creating that? And like when it came out, how did you feel the reception was?
Back in that time, 2011, I'm trying to find my way. Man, I was trying to do what everybody in DC trying to do. Rap. You know what I'm saying? Try to be a little gay rap. Fuck, I thought I was Sweet Vanilla Ice. Like, I don't know what the fuck I thought I was doing. But nah, I was just trying to find my way. And you know what I'm saying? You'll never know where you belong if you don't tap into all the talents that's given to you. You know, I have a way with, I know how to write, like write music. You know, just because I know how to write music don't mean I have to be an MC. So I was just finding my way. And look at me now, Zach, now I'm writing plays. Right. It was all under the umbrella of writing. I was just writing the wrong script. But yeah, back then I was just finding my way. But I am a proud gay boy. But I was just finding my way and trying to tap into things, you know what I'm saying, to see what lane I was supposed to be in. That's all.
How did you feel the reception was for that?
People supported me because people genuinely like me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people get to know me. They were like, Lonnie, cool as shit. He ain't off that faggy shit. Like, people really be saying stuff like that. And I'm cool with them even thinking the way they want to think because everybody ain't supposed to be connected to everybody. So stay the fuck on over there. So I don't care. But people genuinely like me. And when they get to know me, they be like, man, like I said, he's solid. He cool. You know what I'm saying? So it makes them want to support me because they know who I am as a person.
What was it like transitioning from music into Facebook Live broadcast and like growing your platform?
It was all easy for me because music is a part of expression. You know, so getting on Facebook, I was still expressing myself. So it all still, you know what I'm saying, was under the same title and the same path of just expressing yourself.
So can you take us or talk to us about Around My Way and what inspired that story?
Streets. The streets, bitch, come around my way. Come around my way. Yeah, so Around My Way, the stage play, which I'm so excited about. Okay, I already finished that portion of it. Now I'm doing the street sequel, which is part 2 of Around My Way, called Back Around My Way. All inspired by true events, things that happened around Robinson Place, whether it was involved me or somebody that I knew, things that happened around 17th and Compton, just stuff that just happened in the neighborhoods that I'm affiliated with. Or just growing up on the streets and being around 15th Street, going uptown for a couple of days or a weekend up Usher Street, like just going to the Black Hole, the Zulu Cave, the Taj Mahal, like all those stories that happened back then, I just made it into my play. And I want something that was real reality because I didn't grow up, you know what I'm saying, with all a lot of weird shit that we see on TV. I can't relate to some of that shit. You know, even some of the gay shit, like I can't relate to some of it. So I wanted to put stories out that I know people can relate to that's probably from an era that I'm from. So that's what it's about.
So when did your love for stage plays start?
Well, I'm an entertainer, so I love the stage. You know, I've been doing stand-up for about 12 years. So I've been traveling to DC, Maryland, Virginia, LA, Oakland, California. Like, I've been doing shows all over. So with me doing these shows, I already is familiar with the stage of being an entertainer. I don't really like to call myself a comedian because it puts me in the box. Because it's more to me than just telling jokes. You know what I'm saying? So I started to get on that stage and I started to feel it. And then even before I got into the whole music and stage play, I used to be a dance choreographer. You know what I'm saying? Like I owned a whole studio called Studio Boombox on Parston Drive in Forestville, Maryland. Like I had all of that stuff. So that all intertwined with entertaining the audience. So it just puts me on the stage. It's still my arena. Everything is connected.
How important is it for you to own like your own work? Whether it be like plays, movies, you know, music, anything.
Own it, that's very important. You don't want nobody saying, I created this shit, and you know damn well this is your shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You want people to respect what it is that you work so hard to build. Your legacy. That's like tarnishing your legacy. Somebody taking away the seeds that you planted in the ground. Nah, it's very important to me.
What do you feel like out of like all the roles that you know that you played, like you was on, you know, Dying to Be Famous?
Yeah, Zach! Y'all got Zach fucked up. You went from Blab to Oprah. It's like, come on, Zach.
You know, Holiday Heartbreak, you know, Hush, it's on Prime. So what do you feel like? What role?
All on BET Plus.
Yes.
All on BET Plus. Throw that in there. Give me my shit. Give me my shit. Yeah. So you saying what it feels like to be in those?
Well, that and like, what role do you feel challenged you the most? Like, as far as like playing the role.
Well, the last one challenged me the most, Dying to Be Famous, because I had the most. I was like a major character in that one. So you know what I'm saying? That challenged me the most, like just being in the forefront for so long on such a major network. You know what I'm saying? So that really challenged me. All of them challenged me because I challenge myself, Zach, because anything that I'm in, I'm gonna put 100% in. You know what I'm saying? So I challenge myself to see how far I can go, and which is go back to elevating. Because by me doing my smaller role, which was Holiday Heartbreak, when I was just a waiter, and then, you know what I'm saying, continuing being, you know what I'm saying, so focused with that, it helped me get those other roles, and people watching me like, this motherfucker serious, this motherfucker this motherfucker that. So the challenge is to keep elevating. So even though that was one of my challenges, because it was so many lines that I had to learn, and I was, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing, getting in there and shit, you know what I'm saying, meeting new people and all that. So yeah, that was a challenging role, but overall, everything is challenging to me because I gotta put so much into it, you know, to prepare for the next gig. And hopefully you get one, you know what I'm saying?
So you've had a long-standing, you know, friendship with Tamar Braxton. Like, how did that relationship come about?
That's my girl. Yes. So Tamar, first of all, Tamar is Tamar is a girl you have to get to know yourself. You know, you can't go off of what the internet says or whatever the case. I don't know what the fuck. Cause some of the shit I don't even pay attention to. But that relationship came about because I was on Instagram one day and she liked my content. She hit me up or whatever. And I went to one of her shows that she had in Baltimore. I came on stage in the middle of her performance, and y'all give it up for Tamar, and the crowd went crazy and shit. So that's how it all started. Then we became really cool, you know, and she put me in one of her music videos, and she actually shot the music video in Southeast at my grandfather's house, you know. So that's also the beauty of influence when you call yourself the GOAT. You know, that's the beauty of when celebrities coming to you, you know what I'm saying, doing what it is they coming to you and they're investing in you and believing in you and taking a chance on you by adding their craft to your brand. That's some GOAT shit, bruh. That's some GOAT shit. Shout out to Mo'Nique too, because she even came to Around My Way.
I was gonna ask, yeah. How did you ever meet her? But you said she came to Around Your Way, or Around My Way. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the stage play and sat in the audience front row. Her and Daddy, her husband. That's what she called him. Daddy, that's her daddy. That's her and Daddy. That's my Uncle Sid. Yeah, sit right in front row.
What was it like, you know, having them there?
Lit. Yeah. Man, this is the motherfucking award-winning Mo'Nique. Yeah. Stop playing. Like this ain't a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Us content creators or most upcoming comedians, shit, we run into the people trying to get in the picture. Right. These motherfuckers coming to my shows. Yeah. That's lit. Yeah. That's lit. And not just my shows, but they coming to my city. That show was in D.C., Southeast off of Mississippi Avenue at the Arc Theater. Yeah. Off of Southern Avenue, that's on Mississippi Avenue, off of Southern Avenue. Bitch, that's Southeast. Yeah. Deuce right there. You know what I'm saying? Parkland right there. This Southeast. But I ain't the GOAT, I'm the student.
So, do you feel like, or do you look at yourself as somebody who seeks validation from other people?
Fuck no. From these people? They don't know shit. No, and I'm not just talking about certain people in particular, but I don't care what nobody say about me. You know what I'm saying? Because the approval of how well I'm doing is by God. You know what I'm saying? Not to get too, you know, religions or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? I do pray, you know, but not to get too religion. I know we just came from Easter Sunday, but you know, it's given, you know, God is the end all. You know what I'm saying? And how I know that I'm doing something worthwhile is because he keep on blessing me. You know, like it's always another blessing. And I don't even be looking for it, Zach. It just appears. And that's why I just like to live authentically. I like to be good to people. I don't be off no phony shit. No stabbing people behind their back. No, I'm not on no weird shit like that. Undercutting people, gatekeeping. You know what I'm saying? I treat people how they treat me. You don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But I'm not out here trying to sabotage nobody, or don't book this nigga, or don't give him a gig, or I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? People may ask me about, Lonnie, what you think about this comedian, or what you think about this actor? I don't know them. That's all I say, because I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know half of the people out here. I don't know them. I never worked with them before. So it's shit I could tell you about them. I don't know, cuz. That's it. But I'm not out here being that guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, because I believe as soon as you start to be that guy, things start to happen. I mean, things don't happen for you. You know what I'm saying? Like those blessings, they start to be knocked down. So I don't want to put myself in that situation because karma is real. Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like has been your proudest moment as far as like an actor goes? Like, what has been your proudest moment acting?
Elevating, bro. Elevating. Getting the next gig. Damn, it happened again? You know, damn, another BET movie? Like, that shit, that hit different, Zach. That hit real different. Like, to see yourself elevated and actually to step out of yourself and observe those moments. Like, damn, bro, I did that. And just to see it play on your TV and to hear your mother call you and be like, you did that shit, you sweet bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how she talked to me, Zach. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, for real, dad. You know, this is my mother. For real, dad. That's how we talk to each other. So, but it's just like to see people who really love you be proud of you. That's why I don't give a fuck about what they hate to say about me. Because y'all don't know me. And these people that love me, is really proud of me, that's my joy.
And kind of following up on that, I was gonna ask, how does like your family and how does your close circle, how do they, how have they been supportive, of your entire journey in life?
Man, Zach, I got a family that will do anything I ask them to do. And it's not off of no, oh, look out for me, give me this. It's not that. If I could have told my cousins and them to come up here and set your equipment up, they would have set this shit up and left. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got that type of, like, they do anything that I ask them to do. My aunts and them, like, it all started as a kid. Like, when I said I was in the dance, my Uncle Charles, he took me everywhere. He took me everywhere. Like, with the dance groups and everything, he just supportive. Just, my family just always pours into me. That's why I really, really keep them as my love covenant. And I try to protect them. Because when this world turn their back on you, because they will. They will. This shit don't last. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a moment where people try to crucify you. You know what I'm saying? Like how they did Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, or not trying to take away whatever they've been accused for. But I'm saying there's a moment where the world turned their backs on you. They don't fuck with you no more. They love you for a minute, then they love to see you being torn down. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm so sacred of my love covenant, because they never going to do that to me. You know what I'm saying? So I keep them in the nest, because when that happened for me, I still got some security that I can go to and get healed.
You've always been pretty fashion forward,
You think so, Zach?
Yeah, absolutely.
That shit be fly.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Zach. Keep talking that shit.
So where did your love for fashion come from?
My Aunt Blonde, my Aunt Pam. Like, they, that's my mother's sisters. They introduced me into style. You know, like my mother, she'd send me to school and shit with corduroys. You know, corduroys and Bill Cosby sweaters. You know, I'm walking down the hallway and shit. I went to Elliott Junior High School, okay? I'm walking down the hallway and shit. Brr, 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 brr. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like, who the fuck farting? Them my pants. You know, so then my aunts and them, they would take me to like Marshalls and Ross and TJ Maxx, and they had little polo shirts and little Tommy Hilfiger and stuff. So they would buy me that stuff. So I would take a change of clothes, put it in my book bag, get to school early, go to the gym, change my shit, like, because of my aunts. Then my mother called me one day, beat the shit out of me. But yeah, that's another story, Zach. but yeah, my aunts and them introduced me into style.
As far as like today, do you pretty much put your own style together? Do you have like a stylist or anything?
I put all my clothes together. That's another bill, Zach. Fuck that shit. I don't got it. Yeah, I put all my clothes together. I buy all my clothes. People send me stuff, like, different boutiques and stuff. They will send me stuff, and I wear it, but I still put it together. Right. But yeah, I put all my clothes together.
So with, just you, your energy, your presence and everything, What advice would you give to someone who's trying to like find their own voice?
Listen to your voice and don't follow the next man's voice. The next man's story have nothing to do with your journey. You can be inspired by other people's, but you don't know what they went through to get to where they are. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to do it exactly how they do it. That's how a lot of niggas crash, because they think they know the next man formula. You know what I'm saying? And they really don't know, because certain people, you don't know what the fuck they did or who the fuck they fucked. You know what I'm saying? Or what deal, or you know what I'm saying? Did they shake hands with the Lord or the devil? You don't know. So it's just best that you listen to your own voice and be patient. You know what I'm saying? Everything don't happen overnight. Fuck that shit. Keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? That's the honor of a man. A nigga that eat, he go out and get the food. You gotta keep grinding. So at the end of the day, that's what I say to people. Listen to your own voice. Do what feels right to you. Okay? And not what people want you to do, because that's another trap we get into. People, you should do this, you should do that. Shit don't even feel right. You up there doing it. And you know what I'm saying? And then it don't become authentic. You know what I'm saying? It's not authentic. And then you lose the wave because you're doing what people want you to do and not what it is you're good at doing.
Kind of on a personal level, we all know, you know, what we as African Americans face in this country. Mm-hmm. But with you specifically being an African American and, you know, a queer male, talk about, you know, the type of, you know, obstacles that you have to overcome in your life, personally and or professionally.
This nigga made me feel like a pit bull mixed with a chihuahua. I'm a mixed breed. Well, some of the challenges that I have to deal in my life is, well, right now, one of the challenge is I have come off to be a threat to people. And I'm not a person that want to be a threat. You know what I'm saying? But what I come to fail to realize is people are intimidated by greatness, you know, and it's because they don't feel so great about themselves. You know what I'm saying? So you could be into movies or you could be into your radio, but if they see another nigga trying to do his own movies and building their own podcasts or radio stations, they're threatened by that. Because people are nowadays, they just want you to work under them and not next to them. You know? That's why I don't mind collabing with certain people, genuine people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Davey Ruffin. You know, genuine people. I don't mind collabing with people like that. Shout out to Rashad Donnell. Like, genuine people that know how to not just be a lieutenant, but a soldier. You know what I'm saying? They don't mind, you know what I'm saying, being in somebody else's plantation on their field, working alongside them or working under them, you know, because they know who they are.
Whatever happened to the Welcome to the Southside podcast you had?
Oh, it ended. It ended. Like, yeah. One thing about me, I'm a nigga, I get bored quick. But I didn't get bored with that. I just like to move on. You know what I'm saying? I like to try other things. Like, that was just something that I tried at that moment. I have done multiple shows like that. I did the Lonnie Bee show that we rented out Anacostia Arts Center, and I had a whole live audience in there. I did the Morning Tea with Lonnie Bee. You know, I had a podcast with different people come on there. We share our opinions. You know, I did Let's Have a Conversation with Lonnie Bee. I did so many things. I'm always trying to reconstruct, and I'm always trying to elevate, you know, to keep me fresh on my toes and also to keep my audience always getting something new. It's like the new Jordans. Mm-hmm. You need a fresh pair every fucking time.
So when you start something and say like with the, you know, different things that you started and kind of like ended as far as like shows or whatever, are there any ever plans to like bring them back, or is it kind of like once you do them, you kind of like, okay, I'm trying to come up with something new and go on to the next thing?
You always bring them back, but you just bring them back under a different approach. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all still podcasts, they just got different names and different formulas. Right. You know, you take those moments and you look at what you did and you say, I could tweak this, I could do this, and I could do that. And then when you bring it back with those new tweaks, you bring it back with a new name. That's how I look at it.
So with you being a mentor and, you know, supporting a lot of, you know,
I'm a mentor. I ain't know I was a fucking mentor.
Oh, yeah.
You just throwing these titles on me.
No, absolutely. Like, with you, you know, supporting a lot of people up and coming in DC, how do you choose who you want to, like, kind of, like, give, you know, wisdom and game to? like how do you kind of differentiate who you're gonna like kind of be a mentor to and who you might not kind of want to. Not saying that you would gatekeep,
No,
but like
you're
you know,
right. I'm not gatekeeping. It's just certain people you don't fuck with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's based off of their spirit. Niggas move janky. You know how a nigga move. You know what I'm saying? You can see how a nigga move. You be like, oh, no, he ain't my type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas move janky. Niggas be underhanded. Niggas be for self. Niggas ain't about really partnership. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't for the team. You know what I'm saying? Niggas trying to sink the ship. You know, so you got to be careful with stuff like that. But it's based off of their spirit and how they move as men. You know what I'm saying? Like how a nigga really move as men. You know what I'm saying? His value, his integrity, like all that stuff matters on who you want to work with. I don't give a fuck how funny you is. I don't care what you look like or how you dress, none of that shit. Bitch, how's your spirit? You know what I'm saying? That's so important to me. You know, like I done have conversations with niggas that you see crash out on the internet. But if we face to face and we having a conversation, totally different person. Totally different person. And it's because what you see on the internet is not who that nigga really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is who this person is. You know, so as long as their spirit is cool, I'm cool.
Kind of following up on that, how important is like authenticity to you, like being, you know, 100% yourself?
Important like shit. Who the fuck want to be around a nigga that's wearing a mask? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just always just like putting on for other people. You know, like I don't know how you feel. It's like a bitch with Botox. You smiling? You okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what this bitch expression is. You know, like, I mean, don't be wearing no mask, be you. And that's where we at right now. Nobody don't know how to be them. Everybody living for the next motherfucking man. Or trying to compete with somebody else, and they so into what they doing, they changing their own identities. You know?
Do you feel like when you were coming up, you know how like you were pretty much a mentor to a lot of people. Did you have that growing up, like in the industry?
Yeah, not in the industry, more so around my block, like in my family, like the streets. I talk to the OGs and stuff. We ain't gonna say their names. I talk to OGs, you know. I talk to family members, and you know what I'm saying. Like they were my influence. They were my inspiration. You know what I'm saying?
Are you happy with how you got the inspiration? Like you would have preferred to have it from your people growing up versus like somebody in the industry?
Cause I got it real, Zach. Like they told me real shit. You know, nowadays niggas talk to you just to sound sweet. You see these niggas, some interviews you done did. You see these niggas, no, for real, Zach. You see these niggas on these interviews just trying to sound sweet. Nigga, a fucking bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean a bitch in a sucker way, but I mean like, bitch, you not about none of that shit you saying, cause you don't even move like that. You just want to sound sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was real. They were real authentic. I can't listen to somebody that don't live on how the fuck, you know what I'm saying, what they trying to tell me. I can't do that.
What keeps you like grounded nowadays?
What keeps me grounded nowadays is always remembering where the fuck I came from.
How important is it to remember that?
Like shit. Man, like shit. Them roaches? Yeah, no, for real, them roaches. You remember them roaches? You know what I'm saying? Coming in the house and shit. You hungry, all you got is ice. All you got is ice. And I ain't talking about the ice in the ice tray. I'm talking about the shit you gotta scoop out with a motherfucking spoon. Like that ice. You know, remember where you fucking came from. You know, that type of stuff is important to me.
What are some of the things we can look forward to from Lonnie Bee after Back Around My Way?
Lonnie Bee motherfucking Studios. Okay. What's up, Zach? You ain't gonna need this shit, Zach. Come on over to my shit. Yeah, Zach. Yeah, you like this motherfucking leather couch? Yeah, like Lonnie Bee said, the sky's the limit with me. Like the sky's the limit with me. I think I can accomplish anything. And anybody riding with me, I'm gonna make sure we all eat. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be eating steak and give you jello. Yeah, I'm make sure we all eat. You know, that's the type of person that I am. Everybody that worked with me, Zach, have been working with me for over 10 years. Like, that's just who I am. Like, I want solid, genuine people. That's why it's hard for people to work with me, because I already got somebody that's doing that for me. You know what I'm saying? They solid, they genuine, you know? And that's just what I believe in. And a lot of people lack trust and loyalty. Like, that's just what it is.
Is it, I'm sure, like, you don't have to get into detail, but, like, have you had instances where, like, you've worked with people, you had people close with you, and you had to kind of, like, cut them off?
Fuck yeah, Zach. That's the way of the world.
How hard is it to do that?
No, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? It could be a good time, but it could be your last time. Yeah. That's my slogan. It could be a good time, bitch, but it could be your last time. It's easy. I like when things are revealed to me because I ain't where I want to be yet. And I'm glad that it happened right now before I got there. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, bye. You know what I'm saying? I got the gift for goodbye, Zach. For real. I'm serious, man, because my sanity is all I got, and this is only one life that I got to live. So I can't be playing with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I got to really, really do what it is that I'm supposed to do and look out for me. And if you ain't for me, you got to get the fuck away from me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to be playing when I'm on a grind to trying to get somewhere. You know, so I tell people quick, bye. And then it's no love lost. I'm not upset about it. It's just that you not welcome in this circle. Like some of the people I cut off, I still speak to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't mad at you. I'm actually glad you showed me who the fuck you was. You know, just know I can't fuck with you on these terms. That's how I look at it.
One of my friends referred to you, and I want to see how you feel about this. They called you the Tyler Perry of DC.
For real?
Yeah. How do you feel like that's?
I don't know no pastors that's fucking no deacons. It's like, no. It's like, no. Shout out to Tyler Perry. That's a real good, you know what I'm saying, reference. I love what it is that Tyler got going on, and I like how he tells his stories. Because those stories are his stories and, you know, his experiences, wherever he get them from, I don't know. But Tyler is a great, great, great man, you know what I'm saying, far as what his success story. You know, where he came from and what he built. That's inspiring, bro. That's fucking inspiring. You know, but far as people that I look up to as a director is Spike Lee. Like, I like Spike Lee. I like John Singleton. I like, you know what I'm saying, Michael Bay. I like people like that. I like Ryan in the center. I just seen that shit. That shit good, lit. You know, I like people like that because I feel like their work is more relatable to who I am. And as a visionary, you know what I'm saying, I like how they put stuff on screen. And I like the stories that they tap into. So they're more relatable to me. But Tyler is great, too, at what it is that he do.
So, like, in what way, like, are they more relatable? Like, you know.
They black. Especially Ryan. He's black. And what I mean by that, I mean my type of black. You know, like, you have Gil King black. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you see where I'm going with this? And then you got Ryan black. Like, you know what I'm saying? Spike Lee is black. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the culture. You know, and I can relate when he speak, when he talk, what he's showing on, you know what I'm saying, through his movies. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I was there before. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're the culture. So that's what I like about them.
So when it's all said and done, what do you want Lonnie Bee to be remembered for?
Man, that nigga did his shit. That nigga was, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say about that man, but you can't say he ain't on his shit. He do his shit. You know what I'm saying? From the tours to the plays to the reality shows, and then he did it on his own. Like, all this stuff that I'm doing is self-sufficient. Like, this is self-made. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't got no white sugar daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't got no hustlers that's, you know what I'm saying, throwing me some money. And they have tried. Okay, yeah, they have tried. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to them. Yeah, they have tried. But I said, nigga, you know what I'm saying? The way you moving, I'm not going down to them courtrooms. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's just like, I want people to understand and know that, damn, that nigga did it on his own. Like, he's really an independent artist. You know, and he just kept going and he ain't wait on nobody. He just did it on his own. And he took those with him that fuck with him for who he is and not for what other people think.
How important is that? Like you said, carrying along the people that were with you from day one. How important is that to you?
It's real important because, you know, at the top, it can be lonely. You don't got nobody you can celebrate this shit with. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be on a yacht by myself drinking sweet tea. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you want people that you can celebrate with and have a good time and that's genuinely happy for you. You know, and also you want people that is invested into the work that you're doing as much as you are invested into it. Like, they care, bruh. They cheering you on. Like, that's a good feeling. You know, and that's a feeling that I love because I get it from my family. They cheer me on. Go, you can do it. You know, woo, woo, you got it. Yeah, that's a good feeling. Yeah, bro, I'm proud of you. You know, that's a real good feeling.
lastly, I want to ask, what are some things that you want to like tackle in the near future, as far as, or whether it be like things you want to accomplish in 2025 or like maybe like 5 years from now?
That's crazy because that shit might change tomorrow, Zach. But there's some things that I do want to. I want movies, Zach. I want more stage plays. I even want a juke joint, Zach. I want a motherfucking juke joint. I ain't gonna say what else I want. I tell you off camera because these niggas steal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole bunch of stuff that I want to do, Zach. I'm trying to tell you, like, and I get excited just thinking about it because I know that shit gonna happen. Like, I know I'm too determined. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Southeast DC. You know what I'm saying? Where we hustled, we grind. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had the candy lady. That bitch was hustling. You know what I'm saying? The ice cream truck. They sell single cigarettes on the ice cream truck. Pampers. You know, they sell all that shit. That was an era where we hustled. Everybody really hustled to get shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was robbing, it was killing going on, you know what I'm saying? But that was jealous niggas from other neighborhoods, not niggas from your same neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, man, that grind is just in me. Like, I just gotta go get it, Zach. You know? Even with you doing what it is you're doing, this is a grind, bruh. And you gotta commit to that grind. Because if you don't commit to your grind, ain't nobody gonna grind for you. You can't just sit around waiting on shit, you know? Like, even with my celebrity friends and stuff, I don't count on them to do stuff for me. You know, me and Mo'Nique, she's extremely close to me. I talk to her on the phone all the time. And what she do for me is more valuable than anything she can give me. And the only thing that she do give me that I appreciate the most is wisdom. Like, she pours into me just by saying stuff and giving me words of encouragement and telling me, baby, you doing it the right way. And if I ask her questions and stuff, she'll tell me certain things, you know? And that's even with all of the celebrity friends that I have. You know, like, I'm not the nigga that's looking to be in the motherfucking, the VIP with you, putting up bottles and da-da-da-da-da-da. How is this relationship benefit to my existence? That's more important to me than looking sweet. You know, being an image and shit with a gold chain and shit. You know, all the niggas that was in the pictures and shit with the gangsters back in the day with the gold chains, they broke today. Yeah. And they talking about them stories from back in the fucking day. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? They living in apartments and shit, you know what I'm saying, on the program. I don't want that. I want somebody to pour into me so I can better myself so I don't have to be like that. And that's what they do for me.
Do you ever have anybody who will try to, like, they see the type of connections you have and try to use you solely to get connected with somebody else?
Man, I don't have them gumps around me like that. I don't have them sneaky niggas around me like that.
Well, like, have you ever, like, encountered that?
Because I told you I got the gift for goodbye. Bitch, you show me snake shit, bitch, okay, yeah, I'm gonna show you a sword. I'm gonna cut you the fuck off. Like, for real, that's just how it is with me. Like, I don't tolerate that, bro, because you don't have to backstab a nigga who you claim you fuck with. You're not getting that close to me so that you can able stab me in the back. And then niggas nowadays are not ashamed of being bitch ass niggas. I mean, they on the internet showing that they bitch ass niggas. So when you showing that, I already know, oh, I can't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? You not my type of nigga that I can be around because you're not solid. You know what I'm saying? So people show that. It's so easy nowadays to not invite certain people in your circles because how they show themselves. They show that shit proudly. People show that they're haters. They just don't like being called it. But it's the truth because nobody like hearing the truth. They show that shit. How they refuse to work with certain people, the shit they say on their lives and shit, like bitches on the three-way. Like, come on. I'm like, damn, I'm not being a part of that DC Bad Girls Club. I'm not being a part of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a gay man saying that shit is gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing I do know is gay. Like, yeah, that's some gay shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not being a part of that shit. That shit is weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, real niggas that's about their real business, bitch, they don't be in female business. Or doing business with, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of weak ass. I can't do that shit, Zach. I can't do that, bro. I can't. So I just try to stay on my lane, do my thing, fuck with people that fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Keep on striving and thriving. You know, wishing everybody well. You know what I'm saying? Just because we don't work together don't mean I don't want the best for you. You know, I gotta wish you the best in order for me to receive the greatest. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's just always about just staying in my lane, doing my own thing, staying focused. That's what it's about. And I don't compete with nobody. It's nobody out here I see as competition. I see you doing your thing. That's it. I just see you doing your thing. I ain't saying I'm better than you, and I ain't saying you better than me. I'm just saying we on two different paths. That's it. You know?
Lastly, is there anything you want to say to
This
people
nigga
who
done said
support
this
it?
the last. He said it about 3 times. He liked this conversation.
Yeah,
Don't nobody do it like me, Zach. Zach said the last thing about 4 motherfucking times. Go ahead, Zach. It's your world, Zach.
Yeah. So I promise this is the last thing. So is there anything you want to say to the people, who've been like watching and supporting and like, just rocking with you for, pretty much as long as you've been doing what you're doing?
Yeah, I would like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for fucking with me for who I am. Mm-hmm. Thank you for giving me a chance. Thank you for investing in me. If you ever bought a ticket, a t-shirt, a fan, anything. Like, thank you so much. And I appreciate it. And I'm going to keep on going and giving you the best of me. I'm not going to give you nobody else. I'm just going to give you me. Mm-hmm. And I just want to say thank you for being solid towards me. Because as long as you rock with me, I'm going to always rock with you. And it's always going to be a beautiful day in Zamunda. Good morning, bitch!
All right, Lonnie Bee, thank you so much for pulling up. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, Zach. Yeah, this was lit.